Saving money is not just a choice, it's a skill. But before I go on, this video is for parents that want to give their kids a jump start on their financial future and teaching that lasts, even when they're all grown up. Let's say your child wants something specific. They have some money in their spend jar, but there's a gap between what they have and what they want. It's real. And the question is, how do you help them close that gap? Not by giving them the money. There's no learning in that. You do it by helping them plan and build towards it. A plan they can actually follow. That's what this video is. After 8 years of watching children in my classroom set goals, save towards them, and either reach them or not, I know exactly what separates the ones who follow through from the ones who abandon the goal before it's halfway there. And it comes down to one thing, more than anything else, the structure of the plan. The structure of the plan is the whole difference. Not willpower, not character, structure. And here's why most savings goals for children fail. The goal is set. I want to save for the Lego set, and then left entirely to the child's motivation to maintain. No visible progress, no intermediate milestones, and no regular check-in. Just a number in their head and a growing pile of coins that they can barely see changing. 3 weeks in, the goal has evaporated. The child has either spent the money on something else or simply given up. This is not a character failure. This is not a character failure. Children have a developing executive function, limited capacity for long-range thinking, and very little experience watching money accumulate meaningfully over time. What we call a lack of willpower in a 9-year-old is almost always a lack of structure. Give them the structure, and the willpower takes care of itself. There is a bigger lesson in this outside of money. Discipline and willpower are wonderful short-term tools, but they will always fail unless, 1, the goal is big enough, and 2, structure and routine enable right actions. If the goal isn't big and bright enough, or you are regularly distracted from the actions that create results, you will fail. Abandon is perhaps a better word. This works for all areas of our life: health, wealth, relationships. We're either striving towards something we believe is important or away from what we do not want. And inaction is an action too. So let's make it clear. It's not a lack of willpower. It's a lack of structure. Here's a 5-step framework I've watched work consistently at every age from 7 to 15. Step 1, make the goal concrete and visible. Not save up for something. Save up for this specific thing at this specific price on this piece of paper on the wall. A photograph or a price tag. The goal needs to be tangible before it becomes achievable. Tony Robbins says, have a goal worth failing for. Make it big enough in your mind that even failing along the way doesn't stop you. Step 2, build a savings tracker. Not a spreadsheet, a visual. A simple bar graph drawn on paper or a jar with a line marking the target amount. It shows the child the accumulation in real time. Progress that you can see is progress that you can believe in. I've watched children who couldn't maintain a savings goal for 2 weeks sustain one for 3 months once they had a visible tracker. That's why in the Goals Journal on the Financial Adventure Club platform, I built a progress bar that updates as you get closer to the goal. Achieving the goal is not the end either. When a child's goal is reached, a notification is sent to you as the parent, and you verify it. Then, 2 things happen. The child gets a 150% bonus on in-game coins earned for the next 24 hours, And your family earns legendary kudos, status amongst families on the platform. Responding to feedback, I even built a similar tracker on the parent dashboard in the family goals page for parents to set whole family goals and separate personal goals too, just for you. If you can, put yourself in the mind of a child. We're working with the basics of human survival psychology, and progress that you can see is progress you can believe in. Believe and you shall receive, said Napoleon Hill in his phenomenal book, Think and Grow Rich. Step 3. Here is where the actions get real. Set a weekly savings amount. Take the total cost, subtract what the child already has, and divide by the number of weeks. For instance, a Lego set costs $60. You have $12. The gap is 48. 48 divided by 6 weeks. If you put in $8 from your spend jar every week, you'll reach it in 6 weeks. Now it's not a hope. It's a plan. Step 4. Celebrate intermediate milestones. At the halfway point, at the 3/4 mark, not with money, with recognition. You're halfway there. 3 weeks of sticking to the plan. That's really impressive. And only the same time to go again. Didn't it go fast? Intermediate celebration translates into approval in a child's mind, maintains motivation across a long goal, better than any other single intervention that I've ever used. Step 5. Hold the plan through impulse. The hardest moment is when something else appears in the child's line of sight, a different item, a friend's toy, an impulse buy. The plan is what holds them. What would it cost your goal? Let's look at your tracker. You've come so far. Are you abandoning your goal or pushing it further away? Is that worth 6 more weeks waiting for? Having a plan creates the pause, and the pause is where the financial judgment lives and learns. But what do you do when your child wants to give up? Every savings goal has a wall, and from my experience, it's usually around the halfway point. The child is tired of waiting. The goal feels far away, and something else has caught their eye. So what do? First, don't force it. A savings goal that becomes a battle of wills has already failed as a financial education exercise. If the child genuinely wants to abandon the goal, let them think it through. If you stop saving now, you'll lose everything that you've put in, and the goal doesn't happen. Is that okay with you? Let them make the decision. Let them feel the consequence. Second, revisit the goal. Sometimes the goal was wrong. Maybe it was too big or too far away, or it mattered less than the child thought. That is a useful discovery. A smaller, closer goal that the child actually wants is worth more as a financial lesson than a large goal that they don't care about anymore. Third, lower the weekly amount and extend the timeline. If saving $8 a week is too much, try $5. A longer goal that the child completes is worth infinitely more than a shorter goal that the child abandons. Just wrapping up, being able to save is a lifelong skill with massive upside. The psychology of success built through baby steps builds confidence that lasts. And isn't that exactly what we as responsible parents want for our children? Have you tried a savings goal with your child? What happened? Did they reach it or did they abandon it? What helped you to motivate and keep them on track? Maybe you can help me look for real examples where the goal worked and where it didn't, because that's the most useful data for everyone watching. If you've made it this far in the video, I consider you an Adventure Club mate. If you got value from being here today, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with anyone you think would also benefit. I'll see you for the next episode, Tuesday and Thursday, every week. Until next time, see you.